Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Club Penguin Experience. As you can see, they have added a new custom location at this game, and it is called the Welcome Hub. The place as well as the music are very amazing, and it is very similar to the Welcome Room at Club Penguin Rewritten and Club Penguin Journey with very few differences. You will always get sent to the Welcome Hub whenever you log into the game, and unfortunately the notice board isn't implemented yet and you cannot enter the building yet as well. Anyways, the newest pin is located at the Dojo, and it is called the Mining Lantern pin, which looks very cool in my opinion. Anyways, in this episode, other than what I did at the beginning of this video, I will be showing you guys that they have removed the Clock Tower, DJ3K, and Thin Ice after the music jam party has concluded. Walk my blue Puffle instead of my pink Puffle, since my pink Puffle has had enough screen time, play the first PSA mission, and explore the Welcome Hub again during the daytime. And speaking of what I said about them removing the Clock Tower, DJ3K, and Thin Ice a couple seconds ago, they actually did remove them after the party has concluded, which kinda makes sense since those did not exist yet at the 2006 timeline of the original Club Penguin, but why bother implement them at all during the music jam party if you are just going to remove them afterwards? Anyways, the next thing I will be doing is to walk my blue Puffle Daniel, because my pink Puffle Tanya has had enough screen time already and I want my blue Puffle to get more screen time. Anyways, the next thing I will be doing is to play the first ever PSA mission, and be sure to not click the PSA mission a bunch of times or the mission intro will overlap the entire mission and you guys don't want that since that's a bug. Anyways, I just relogged back into the game and noticed my Puffle isn't with me, so I went back to my igloo to get my blue Puffle back and noticed that all of my Puffles are in full health when earlier my Puffles weren't at full health. This is a very minor bug, but that's honestly fine I guess, since my Puffles are at full health and I really don't have to worry about taking care of my Puffles much after this video. Anyways, just relogged back to the game one last time after I figured out the problem earlier, and all I need is to click at the mission one time and wait for a couple seconds so the mission intro will not overlap the entire mission. And there we go, finally. The mission intro isn't overlapping the entire mission anymore, which means I can finally play the first PSA mission normally. Anyways, what we want to do first is to talk to Antarctic at her igloo. Apparently some of her Puffles are missing and we need to help her find them. I will say that her igloo looks pretty cool, but honestly I like my igloo better since my igloo uses the bamboo hut and it has better decorations. Anyways, after we talk to Antarctic, the next thing we need to do is to click at the map and head into the ice rink. At the right side of the ice rink, click at the photographs of a green Puffle and put it at your inventory. Then head back to Antarctic's igloo and give Antarctic the photographs. Now this part isn't required to finish the mission as it's optional, but it's recommended if you want a letter after you complete the mission. Anyways, the next thing we need to do is to head into the pet shop and click at the note behind a kennel. You need to use the code to decrypt the message, and if done right, it should give you the total amount of socks Gary has, which is different every time you restart playing the mission, by the way. Anyways, after you are able to decrypt the message, head into the sports shop and talk to Gary. After he says, "Can I get you something?" click yes please, and then click it, "Do you have any special items?" After that, Gary will make us answer a question before we can look at the special items. His question is how many pair of socks do I own, and my answer after decrypting the message is 23. After we give Gary the correct number, Gary will open the cupboard, which is full of spy gadgets we can use and take. We have to take both of the items since they are required to complete the mission. The next thing we need to do is head onto the iceberg, and you will see that a bunch of penguins are stranded on a small fragment of the iceberg and we need to rescue them. To rescue the stranded penguins, we need to get the life preserver shooter from the inventory and put it over the stranded penguins so that it can start a small mini-game. To play the mini-game, we need to fire at the penguins using your mouse while taking into account wind direction and velocity. And finally, I was able to save the last penguin. Not gonna lie, I really love the art style of the penguins back at 2006 as it's very cute. Anyways, after we save the penguins, talk to the green penguin and they will say that they saw two Puffles and they could not see them properly due to not being high up. The next thing we need to do is to head onto the ski mountain, and we can see a brown penguin crying. To make the brown penguin stop crying, we need to fix the telescope. To fix the telescope, we need to go to my spy phone and press tools. And then drag the wrench over to the tripod, and this will fix the telescope. After that, I can look at the telescope and search for a flying green puffle near the tallest mountain. Next thing we need to do is obviously go to the tallest mountain and then look up. Next, go into your inventory and drag the grappling hook to somewhere on the mountainside, to which it does not matter where. Finally, once we are at the top of the mountain, talk to the green puffle, which in turn leads you to a purple puffle. By the way, I wonder how the purple puffle is even taking a photograph, since it doesn't even have hands. I also really love the art style of the Puffles back at 2006, as well as they're just so cute. Antarctic hugging the Puffles is cute as well. Anyways, after we complete the mission, we can now get our rewards. Unfortunately, we can only get one reward each after completing the mission, so I have to play the mission again to get the letter, and yeah, I need to relog the game again. Anyways, I am back, and it is now daytime, so that's why I am back at the Welcome Hub. The place looks pretty cool at daytime, but I still like nighttime better, honestly. And yeah, unfortunately, the rewards for completing the first PSA mission doesn't work, but that's alright. Anyways, that is it for this episode. My next video will be the 4th episode of Penguin Zone, so stay tuned for that. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe for more of the Club Penguin Experience videos. With that being said, see you guys next time. God, I still love the music.